nation.
More information.
I've never encountered anything like this before.
He is surely the #1 presenter in the nation.
He is smart. He is unique.
Are you ready?
He is the best. Captain Smart is the king.
Are you ready? Adom ni asunje fie jo Nyankopon ba Nyankopon ne honhom konkro Nyankopon no. Enka ho mo amukọ adwuma fe na mukọ fie amaka traffic mu. And afei monsonso amowo fie mu amoyerenom aye nnuane ahodo amamo ebufufuo no otwenkwan ne akrante ne ebunabunu bi yede awo ho songe ebinom de banku ne nka afo nyina no oh jame nka mo ho. But tonight is a good night. Okay. And then you mre de wonya hu se da betrase mu ya na dangerous chance be gina ho ana no bi ka chem say yesra wa de na say ya atenase because I na wo sori gina ho a ya na ya asem. And to those of you on Facebook, you know already Smart TV Ghana, Twitter and so Smart TV Ghana, Instagram Smart TV Ghana, YouTube Smart TV Ghana, and I Captain Smart Official. Ubenya yen ewo ho udru ho na wa like page no wa sign a subscribe. E dey aka ho mama. But before I introduce my guest to you, na do aya ade bi me hu bi da. Ha! Mo me pesa me tie ase, ma ya me tie ase. Hwe aya na nye se emebu na ya aba no nye se ye mu ade o. But there's only one thing. You see, when you talk about respect in Africa, it is built on fear. So anytime a young man rises and he's confident, he's fearless, he's dedicated and devoted to the real patterns and cause of the country, making sure the country moves on without anybody trying to re-engineer the faculties of that person. You see, Omwade. Come to think of this. Say yet your mem na your banks no yasin crofwe disika bank ne ba ko ho na so pani Mensah tabiri or your board chairman or your sofu penity ya anya no foko ojai ya jano no be so banks ne sika ne ina fiu and ya kekase ne ya se bank na gu ya te ase se bank no agu ya je atum aban ne se wagu no documenter a free finance ministry ankasa eba ne chese aban no aspende 16.1 billion Ghana cedis.
Africa is rich and not poor.
16.1 billion Ghana cedis. And aban say was spending on the banking sector reforms. And you know aban ne nyade obema kwan no obi asori a wabie bank na bank apia na bank apia aban ne krase banks no edoso kra dodo e wo Ghana ha sa wote ye say banks no edoso Bank of Ghana for press conferences ni na chance say banks aye wo Ghana no edoso eti ye feel say you are spending 16.1 billion Ghana cedis who converted to dollars are several billions but yet ye ho ase ne yet ye krom ne yet ye mem yo na ban ne se dabi said ye be ya won a won sika koka mu no won sabe kanti ye hye 16 billion mbi and aban ko bie aban bank sa bank no ye friend CBG aban bie CBG wie ye no ne ye nim se ni na asi eno achi na France president Macron ba Ghana ha Abrante no a small boy. Now let me tell you how he became president. Makacha, the youth of this country, say you need to begin to read. Read like a running mad dog.
Captain Smart.
If you are a youth, begin to read like a mad dog. Man, magaba to anything, whatever you chance on, read. Macron, yay. Now, or the ruling party, a choir or no by any. As an like a finance secretary, like a finance minister, Kwalaketwa on him. And who say 2 traditional parties to say NDC ni MPP no ya bola. Na me maka chom say NDC ni MPP wa ya bola. Say yampe political bin bi and someone to ngum anko jawo man to pudumu tententi a ya betra ya bra bodo who say ya. I am not asking for new leaders. So I am not asking we should change leaders. We are asking for competent, quality leadership. Or engineer the faculties of these 2 political parties. Adechi omu hu answer Macron and Namfimfino. to bubonkum no budi fan no bubonkum. What this guy no chill no hwe jail no any so da ho kama. This is what the youth of this country say here. Obakaya last 2 weeks abrante bi frey. Now to nyumbi arise Ghana youth for your country. One can say arise Ghana old men and women for your country. No old man, no old woman can arise. We will have to arise. We got to arise in the morning, arise in the afternoon, arise in the evening, arise at dawn. Because the corruption is too much. Macron ba Ghana, your president in Yakukudro Jiran and Nimkachra and say, Africa, yaso ye hone ye brabo. And ya de bibrom ye betimi atnas you. Yet me ahweni panim sa say bidi yo say na ma yesika and na ma yesay and na for your grant che and na for your kache and then you say president ke kan san sam ni nyina that day no ho me chef France president ni Macron me pe France pa me Philippe France for basa that what you say Macron anim nyina agimi abante ohun de onye ne ho and then your president Echo shame the so-called African conference, so-called African summit. Ewo France. The same person na do jina nanim ka kire ne say Africa ye betumi abo ye bra no. Na do say onye dey. On fi kan che. No one be boa Africa. Allahu akbar bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Banks na egu na emwaye no. Ya say 16.1 billion Ghana cedis no. Wa kwa je say some millions of euros. Say 170 million. Ah. Nana.
Smart.
Look, let me be sincere with you. When we anima say. Papa, when we anima say brutal. I know said the political pundits will just rise on social media, rise on TV, and rise on radio and all host of other platforms, beginning to defend this thing. This is a disgrace. How? If we can raise 16.1 billion, and you said before this young man that you ain't gonna take any dime from him, palpable 170 million euros. Men kwate ya so de besete ya pa another bank ebe nana na menji adro ndi but let me say this on record obi ayi nana adro your excellency ya to adro asofo na di wachi na wo bom paye ma no ka kire on say won kan kire nyame so obi ato adro men na menji adro ndi but the ekosu pa de your excellency the president of the Republic of Ghana Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, I keep telling you, I voted for you. Look, Your Excellency. Obia ye wedro. Because the Nanado, I know that you know, I know you. Ah, A4 sheet, who keke. Pabrani neni ambere anko jail. Yet the most market to yaka. You know so? This he, huh? Misapplication. And yeah, misappropriation. He misapplied. Yekes obia misapply sika. Chese, fa sika de be ye Mensah ni fen. And I want some Mensah fen no betimi atwen kakra. Na wodi tu mirika ba Mensah bonkum. A misapplication. Because of that, a DC nearly went to jail, even though Sikado went to Capain. Eba say, Your Excellency, Eba say. And then you can say corruption at theater. You see, you can Abba. Everybody say, oh, you see, you push the youth to arise. And I keep telling you, we would one day definitely arise. We are not arising to destroy. We are arising to build our country. We are not arising to kill, but we would arise to save. We are not arising to throw away the integrity and the beautiful destiny of this country, but we are rising to protect and defend our country. The old men and women, you can't do anything anymore. Motamacham, there can't somebody did not mada. They are one saying, Amen. Aquada Kitway Obejina Wenima, Uto to be money ni, Mijina Radio, Subboa, Basso San, Nigeria media, almost the whole Africa, everybody was congratulating you. This morning I was listening to some radio stations and TV stations in Nigeria. They were mocking you about saying Nigeria president make catch now on also koya. I'm trying to make sure that Nigeria we are suffering. We need a lot of money to prevent Boko Haram. They are disturbing us. They're not in part. Nonsense! Ukasakura ma unkwada hospital na se obewu unhu. Nigeria a country ewo Africa every year every day every day Nigeria pompe 673,000 your friend say barrels of crude oil.
Africa is rich and not poor.
Nigeria is supposed to raise 1.1 billion
Africa is
US dollars a day.
poor.
1.1 billion a day. Like this, one day. Go to Nigeria and see. People are sleeping on the streets. The youth are garnishing and massaging their talents and their future. And you sit on the surface of this of this continent and nobody wants us to talk. We'll not stop talking. We are fearless this time. Go to Congo and check what's happening over there. Cobalt. That is supposed to provide Congo $2 billion every month. Now Congo is telling the whole Africa that they can't take care of cobalt. They sold it to a USA company. Yay. Then the company gets to their country. Now on one bank say country na buano. Now we're raising sika or country. No, the tree are buying the car up front. Within 3 months, no, we're raising $7.2 billion. We know what's happening China. What a shame, Africa. What a shame, Africa. Zambia man penny to ho. Zambia man penny and then otihobi. Wa yen duku kakraka. Aso a what time in sorry. Duku kakraka te Macron akwada fiai enim wa bra Zambia natural resources are more United Nations ekachira mo say because of the resources am wonti yamba refugee camp emba Zambia because Zambia alone can take care of Africa $3 billion a month.
He is smart. He is unique. He
and then Zambia
Captain Smart.
Togo kura ye chemo. Now, look at Togo, look at Benin, look at Mali, look at Ivory Coast. You know what is happening now? These so-called Francophone African countries, but I have told you, and I am repeating, the next 10 years ahead of us, Africa cannot contain the African. The next 10 years ahead of us, Africa cannot contain the African. They don't understand how me. Togo, Benin, Ivory Coast, Mumbo French speaking African countries, no mami. Mumbo musika no. Muamu taxes na. Mujiji wo country nim. The last time I checked, now a small country like Ivory Coast, what me put it together over 17.9 billion euros. What do you call France?
Rich and not poor.
Togo aje, Benin aje, Mali aje, all the French-speaking countries in Africa. Moje mo taxes ni we are. France na mukosie musika. Mose masan emra sa momfa musika taxes na majiji wo mamamu ho no. Momfa saa sika ne megu ho. Na wo de usika na kogu ho wi a. Wo mokose wo mokoje sika ne bia. Na ya twe paper to manim. Tibon koso African penifo mutinya adwuma. Say wa wo sika na wo jeje ye no. Aje wo je say loan. Ya sa the interest e de si ho de ama. We say nya jimi na nya baye na nya abro na nya tiwia na ye den a. And you are asking the African youth not to talk. We will not stop talking.
Captain Smart.
One was say Togo has started cransuo fi France. One was say Togo cransuo. Are you aware? Now Togo cransuo. Togo cransuo. What about the southern parts of Ivory Coast? They are now telling us that ensuo asese wonya num no wonya nsuo ne num biom Adentra aban ni sika. Obetimi de water production Ivory Coast. So now they are importing water from Ivory Coast. But come to think of this stupidity. Sika ni wa wo de be ye nsuo na wunya sika wo he na de importing nsuo. Ebe. Ah? Sika ni wa ye de be wura water production. Ba wutimi nya sika e de kra nsuo e de baye. Common sense will tell you won't you womba school fees are won first can do with your birthday. This is nothing but common sense. Africa. 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 How many times did I call your name? You are gradually asking your young, able men and women to rise against you. My dear President, before the run-up to the 2016 elections was on UTV, he said something. That in the Arab land, a very young man who could not find a means of living his life set himself ablaze. That brought about the Arab Spring. And the entire northern part of Africa was in turmoil. Nana, do you want that to happen before you can really know that Africa, the youth in this country, we are tired of the Bangladeshian style of you politicians in this country? The typical old dilapidated monarchical colloquium thinking. That's not what we need anymore. We need pragmatic and practical ways of solving the problems. Say number to me here Ghana to an extent say now 170 million euros say you nibi. Say now mine to say Ghana. You 2 gold, 2 diamond, 2 bauxite. Yes, say a bauxite. Akwaji palpable 2 billion. Wabra J.A. 4 times. Nanadu, you were the foreign affairs minister. You were part of the team that went to Switzerland and signed that document that the friends say bauxite what you Ghana hano the calculation it's more than 38.7 billion US dollars. How come today?
Are not poor.
It's been given to China for $2 billion. You were part of that delegation. You know, I know.
Africa
You know that I know.
are not poor.
I remember that day, that beautiful suit you were wearing, that blue-black, double-breasted suit with your blue shirt. When you wore that red tie, I asked you a very simple question. Why? I said, when you are serious, you put on a red tie. Now, what happened to that red tie? That seriousness. That today, my dear country, Ghana, country ya nuya rosewood nkwa baako $18,000 one rosewood ya tena ho ma braya bia bane na krom ha se ya friend no asha hwan we be bu rosewood ni nyina ya se ye be ye den ye no me se rosewood no ye nden ya see rosewood no ya take committee ya tro me krata tententen see e be invite me say china na be invite you say de chi na be invite you they know say I have the information committee na ntimi anya adwuma say rosewood and na China started the furniture at the call Europe esan so de ko at the call afa your extension officers ya de Ghana sika training wo mo aso mo in every de ko China men kasa bi I have a wild guest. He's more than a wounded lion like me. A great youth activist. Also a political victim. I didn't do kumi prekumba no. Ebi na tono. The same thing na tumba me. I am enjoying my political suspension.
He is smart.
Yeah, and I ma try to me say DPO say then you me say I am enjoying my political suspension. So what I say? I am just enjoying it. But we will never shut up. We'll keep talking. My friend, my brother, my nana, my Ofasi as well. His name is Okatakyie, Afrifa, Mensah. Jadem. Right, Akwaba.
Yeah.
Now, Bibi Ebo Kode.
And then you find out elsewhere.
nya doba me ho ye do.
Me wo se jadde mu
Oh,
jadde.
ohene aya.
Ba unse ka me ya elite. Ana anope me ka kire o se eden ya wo bedum light wa.
O kan yo.
In fact me friend kan say eden ya wo bedum light. Ampani ampa ye start ya na foi. We generator this so ba me ka kire obi a wo hwe say amre say no amount of water can quench the fire.
I tell you.
Anna, Victor Hugo, a France poet once said that there is no army in the world strong enough to stop an idea whose time has come. No matter the tactics, no matter the army, the strength of the army, you cannot stop an idea when it is birth already. Eti ene baya ye be kan adwene. Na we na me be me hunu se signboard bi abu. Eti na cause traffic kakra.
Signboard ebu.
Me ko hwe ya chro signboard no so Ghana beyond 8 nam si ya ebebu an se ebebu. Ebebu an se ebebu. Because wa bre signboard na si wa what is an another conference no si chirema me say. Wa me mun kom ba bi. Yes Ghana beyond 8. So dey me no ka say ye president am no me no campaign man no. We gina France dey o kana Macron anim 170 euros. I mean, this is sickness. Yeah, can say that here. And what would the two platform be so real men? Say, some platform no conform so could you badge my badge you mechiao. Kwame Sefa mo ministers and name conform so. Now, what the two so say me no banana ba a comment say national security be on alert. And then you arrest this one. Me catch Ghana for say national security to be arrested obia ye be kan adwene obia be gene de pepepe ye be chiche am obia nyane de members of parliament be nyomo de presidency be nyomo de ahemfo be nyomo de but national security to me nchi obia e so man is bia nyina ye pe medical academia me pese me read the preamble of the constitution e kire ye o say we the people of Ghana in exercise of our natural and inalienable right give to ourselves a framework of government. Into Wangasa the people of Togo, Wangasa the people of Nigeria, I see the people of Ghana. And Oba and Wangasa say be a Fonko and Asante Fonko. Wangasa a Chim Fonko and Asa be another Fonko. Fonko. We, all of us. It will mind will be our shares the same.
Exactly.
It in Yabeki Agune. And Yabeki Agune. Papa, but on Afrem.
Something better fine here.
And then the answer.
I'm trying just to cool down small, but being cool down. Because I brand we don't cool down. That may be cool down. Baby, I'm a quack way, you may be on Biano and Nabeko. Well, I want to ask you, no particular Ghana. Sir, Mensah
offer before, sir, now what can be about leadership in Africa and its problems? You see, Africa does not have leadership.
Oh, Debbie, you
need leadership.
Debbie.
We have bunch of people who believe that it is their birthright to be in control and take over from the white man as the new colonizers. We don't have leadership. And I'll give you an example. You see, there is one article, one Peter Eke, or see colonialism and the two publics of Africa. We will go into that. But before that, Opa Afwenika Kai Africa Mwa, Oko Nairobi, Kenya. President or believe is ne papa ne mrebi woje eye fa ahudie ma country eye ne birthright right oba eye Lome Togo akwa owo no osusu ne papa na je eye fa everywhere including Ghana certain people. Now let me read a portion of the Peter Eke colonialism and the two publics in Africa. Also one, most educated Africans are citizens of two publics in the same society. On the other hand, they belong to the civic public. You can't civic public, we are talking about politics and its accoutrement. Or say civic public, which they gain materially and which they only grudgingly give. It's politics materially they benefit from there, but they are so immoral. And for that matter, they don't give anything to the people back. Now, of course, on the other hand, they belong to the primordial public from which they derive very little or no material benefit, but to which they are expected to give generously and to give materially. Etu omoko achem, omoko asante, omampenida da kufuana were powerful in politics and powerful in chieftaincy. Ofa na na do dan kwa kufuadwa or powerful in politics and powerful in chieftaincy. Ewa achem. Ofa Gabiasare or Chinedakwa, were powerful in politics, powerful in chieftaincy. Now, Africa is the only continent in the world that you were two publics. Before the invasion of the white man from 1472, now you were a system of governance.
That's right.
And a white man best slappy on top of ours, making ours come beneath. So there was governor general, there was governor, to the chieftaincy, which was the last form of a rulership. Meanwhile, chieftaincy no yet the representation of the people. Now let me quote what he said. When it comes to ideologies, over here they intentionally do that. They want to distort history so the people will know that their fathers and their great-grandfathers were the people who actually gave us independence, and for that matter, it is their birthright to rule. So Peter Eke said, ideological distortions and abuse of truth usually indicate a degree of insecurity on the part of group that promotes such ideologies. Now, of course, I will say, now we have a colonial ideology of legitimation, whereas we have another legitimation which is anti-colonial ideology, the African bourgeois ideology of legitimation. Legitimation, abrofuni susu se omo Africa ya omo dia. And they are so parasitic, say, whether they are here in person, or they are not, they will never leave us. And unfortunately, Africa is suffering from a disease called autoimmune disease. A doctor for the say you can't autoimmune disease. On say ni panu hunem diana kwado, okay? You will be a friend of a blood cells. I say a fight against yaria ebem. There is a type of disease when the red blood cells and the white blood cells, they tend to fight the organs of the body. Africa is suffering from autoimmune disease. And Kaoko or Membia continent Biana, the educated elite in the country and on the continent, and common serving as the white blood cells, the red blood cells, fighting against diseases coming from outside. But in our case, educated elite in fighting in the interest of the people have turned around to attack the organs of the people. They have turned around to attack the organs of the people, and I refer to these people as the white black cells. They are white black cells because they look black in skin, but very white in thinking. So instead of protecting us, they tend to fight against the organs of this continent. Okanyama bibri. Already I say one. Mami ready a African bourgeoisie's legitimation ideology. And Kofobi believe us or more papa no more nana no more ye great or more family ye different from ye free bomfachi say any as Santiago na buy no say we must worship them. Now I say African high standards. African bourgeois. You can African bourgeois now omo ko school e wa London omo ko tra number 10 Downing Street omo ko US no omo car de keke ka ho omo camera for better TV so keka omo na isi so shishan socks na ya wo shi na they believe that they own the continent after the white man was gone. And that is where the problem is. Now I say the African bourgeois, Western educated Africans try to show that they are as good as their former colonizers. The system nana kwesi broni di bumaino okoye there is no overhaul. The same system you use. There is no total overhaul of the system. The same police force no a good barracks. E wa bre the modern day practices in UK, in US, in Germany. And it's a police lives with the people. Yonkura system was Tama McLean set up the police system in 1844. No, and the same thing we do. Was it the African bourgeois, Western educated Africans try to show that they are as good as their former colonizers. They try to prove that they are equals but never betters of their former rulers. African bourgeois is very uncomfortable with the idea of being different from their former colonizers, and in matters regarding education, administration and technology, one suspects that he is unconsciously afraid that he may not be qualified to be an effective replacer of the former colonizers. What it simply means is that no one that's no UK. No one that's hospital, no one that's pay the best of education, UK. because they believe that they are more or less white but only black in skin. Now I say independence strategies. The fight for independence was a struggle for power between the two bourgeois classes involved in the colonization of Africa. It was not about issue of difference of ideas. It was money or more masters, and there is no difference in ideas. On the 5th of March 1957, when Kwame Nkrumah was declaring independence, and we've not been able to popularize that phrase. Or say, we need to change our attitudes, our minds. He knew why he said that. Because onimsi enjoy freedom no comes at a price. We cannot continue to have the mentality of a white man and think we can do what is right in this continent. So amukwa Macron and yeah, because they want to go to Macron or father. It is simply because they feel they are part of Macron and his family.
Stupidity.
Yes. So Owiyen was say promise of independence, but Meka want to also it was not about issue of difference in ideas regarding moral principles, but rather the issue of which bourgeois class should rule Africans. African bourgeois had no basis of legitimacy, independency of capitalism. As we stand now, there is no leadership in Africa.
There's no leadership.
There is no leadership. And yes, Sadia Mentias 54 bunch of old men will rise up and say, small boy Macron afraid. Say yamra. Now you finding ways and means of what? Finance and solving the problems
of Africa.
I mean how? I don't get it. Father, I don't get it. You see, we sit on a continent. It has everything in this world.
Oh, everything.
Everything in this world. How can you have 54 votes at a United General Assembly? Okay? 54 votes, United General Assembly. Continent, ayache mumwa 54 bunch of old men, old men's club. Etikamuko do UN Assembly. The Amoba Kabian move vote 54. More power. How can you have a 17% of the world's population? And largely about 60% of this population is the working force, the youth. How can you have a half of the world's gold supply and still Macron is for fraud? Sebra. Now what we say African penny for I say na yesu summit ye frɛ a Russian president say wamra ne ne summit da. Dabi. What we say African penny for atna say aka say ye frɛ a America de even say Biden. Sebra ne no nya summit da. I don't get it. Mentiasie.
Okwaya Africa summit of France.
Africa summit ne ko mu chusu ba bi on be no in France. Meanwhile, you sit on a 90% of the world's platinum supply. 90%. You sit on 9.6% of the global oil output. You sit on a 2/3 of the world's manganese. You sit on 35% of the world's uranium. You sit on 33% of the diamond supply of Africa. You sit a 75% of the world coltan and 54 votes are United Assembly. If you still sit down and you cannot find a way to solve your own problems, then you people are sick.
Africa is rich and not poor.
They are sick. So we don't have leadership.
There's no leadership.
There is no leadership. A bunch of old men who think say omo papa na G freedom no occupy positions. Instead say omo be solving the problems of Africa with homemade tailored solutions. It is not like that. And then IMF will say, and the World Bank will say, IMF nkan ya wo de oni agene.
There be ya drain wo IMF for.
Ekwamu de wo man for. Ekwamu de wo man for. Wo si IMF for say employ omo ntimi employ omo. Enti na ya kasa omo say we only talk, we don't profess solutions. And ya ba boa profess solutions.
Na solutions ben na one person
No, and ya ba boa profess solutions.
You see, I have said it and I want to repeat. We a leader, somebody like Honorable Yao Osafo Mafo. You've been a finance minister before.
Right.
You've been an education and sports minister before.
Right.
What time on your board we didn't say, I say, the whole Africa, no, even the world, the crowd per se, say, we are #1 finance minister that time. That time, no. And then we are senior economic advisor to the president. Still a German niho. Ube catch the Ghana for you and say public sector no I choke.
Right.
There's no way to open it up. But yeah kasana yentimi for solution ba no. Wa we are senior advisor to the president no. Solution ben na wodi aba. public sector dey more choked no wo baba ya no cost net
unya baby de share
yeah unya baby de share look senior share Africa ankasa yet we here I was having a chat with a friend Nigerian journalist
right
when him said 1980s abrofo ye nwadwen say won be tackle Nigeria any Ghana no
right
na ye mpani for tonyum wo sa e de ma tutu kwan e to toka ma guess and ma de da rough it is share African leaders are no more from 1980 na edi besi be 2400 ba no obi awo ne yirachi
if say go for gene no mo de
obi ni oba foforo wo ne yirachi check the records owo bebre time na broni ne te odwen no na ye nkrofo no so dwena wo ho edie kwala die sa eno kwa ne ade na wo dwene ho abrofo trans di no hu say no we need to tackle Nigeria and then we tackle Nigeria with we catch Nigeria say devalue your currency
right
eti Nigeria for te wa na yasman kwada totofe wa no maba from Harvard from Oxford devalue your currency devalue your currency devalue your currency and we tra ho na Nigeria devalue wo currency ni sa eti do 1984 na Nigeria companies akesia na wo wa na wotimi and manufacture nyama within Nigeria na Nigeria for tono Okatakyie na factories ni na gu then Nigeria started importing from Europe and America when we are no better tackle Ghana say Ghana the only thing we can do is to change the taste of Ghana when I read that document me yamo shame say taste I say people are thinking say Ghana the ade asese ya say yama wo munjai so mbedua aduane e wo nkrom ne yama mbetwa aduane mfiri baabi.
Right.
So they took our mankani, they took our account. Womo fa ye kwegwemi, womo fa ye mpampa, efa ye koko, womo ye ombre bibi e friend Syria. Ghana fa kwatena America na omba no maso Syria aba.
We will do homegrown policies to solve our own problem. And we are crazy people.
Till today, because there's no leadership on the surface of this planet, Intino. Say this continent, Inti. Say yes, school feeding program kra wo Ghana ha. Ji ye kra mo. Meanwhile, Courage Kwashiga, time on Mampeni Dada Rollins, Sisa ye sika $21 million, ma buy a friend Miss Cotton. Or this Chicago Yakoto golden bed da so. Ewo Chicago, na Autoton and I Bambram so, Edgin and Nisa. Jay Kufo by at that time, no. Courage Kwashiga started a Bahima Rice project, making sure say near bet to be a diamo, near Yamu Eddi. Say, we share the west of Africa, Ghana na yewo asasia. Ebetime dua mu na dua ne yie pa but yet ha na yede almost $870 billion ekra emu every year.
In fact, in 2018 we imported food to the tune of $2.4 billion US dollars. Now you have 1.2 billion population on African continent. China nya population would digger amongst themselves. It is a 54 heads, 54 bunch of old men.
Yes.
Sabi mpredua sanyan sani adwene no anyamede ma kwa menkroma mani di rule ye no. Se bi da so wo why can't you now do things among yourselves? What to say as African country be akobo be say free new African country wada.
Dabi.
What be that? And so yet ha say ye were about 66% of the world arable lands. Tienye. Ye ka baby ye dua aduane amane ye ya. Ewiase a ye kwa ye ba nyina ade a ye import more na ye say sika wo home more e aduane. Now we was 66% of the world arable lands. Now what tina ho ma eye country a eye Ghana ketwa yi importing food to the tune of $2.4 billion US dollars. $2.4 billion US dollars. Wouldn't be able to make on my way. And so ya gene and you be professor solutions a master be said penny for no and ya kasa keke. Me metna se da bia na me da sori a. Bitimi hwe wiem sa be me yere kurato da na ne boafu. Bitimi hwe wiem sa adwene ba na matwera to and these are adwene a sabi you don't need to go to Harvard. Adwene you don't need to go to your friend say Oxford. Adwene you don't need to go to anywhere before you get it.
No, Henry Sanka say o tu kwan ko school as we hunu sanya say yempen for man ko school abrochire.
Wo mun nyina akwa abrochire but unfortunately once what na flight mu na wo ba unya tena mu awu beduru ana de wo ma announcement na ka kire say so ya demase they mom leave every rubbish behind. Eti dom ko hua ni nyina dom hunu ni nyina no
rubbish they leave it in the flight.
What kind of people are we? Omaya yetimu a ye develop omaya. Ase ye ni biara na ochena nchirima ba aba be ye ni ye gata ye ne basa ye kwanya ye ne basa
gata ye onam so bai
bibia ye bia basa
me say na me reho ba ko pa
meanwhile captain yes ye developing country we want to be like the developed world etike wi ase opese o yesu obi a na namo a wo tutuo na ye de udi akire etike ye hwe ye de ye bon kura no how do they do their things omo ye kwanya omo ye ne sei omo de ayon rose gu ase omo ye ne ye omo ma ne che ye de ye beto aba na do me kwabenya ha ne ye de sapete me ba betena nkran eye 10 years ni me hu se do me kwabenya road leading to Pokuase ye kran ye ne more than 7 times in 10 years ye more than sebi brother say ye more than kwase broni ye bia no aye ne say timi di 50 years Kwame Nkrumah na muso wonye the best president but he is the organic leader of this country no waba ye wotimi ye tamamoto we di 50 years esa ye anama kofa eye beauty me ne chippens e de tete eye kwan ye de concrete na ye what kind of leadership is this what kind of leadership and you see when we talk and we say it omoma ne koye say it is a fight against them and us we are never fighting against any of you we are not in competition with any of you. We are only pleading that you should change your leadership style. Say leadership style na free kojo ho mo de maye no a asa mo ye favor by serving the people. We are saying that the Ghanaian is getting angry. So change it. And you get angry because the old system na kwasi broni jama no a favor wontini ye kan na obuafu. But nobody is talking about say yes MPP regime change by. Yes MPP ni ani isi ba nye the same thing. Nemom leadership style na mo de maye no a se mo be beto aba na mo de sapete kwan aba be go ne yempa bio. There must be a cogent measure and national policy will be able to follow. Enye se MPP aba wa contract okọ. Enye NDC aba wa contract okọ. We ba we nto aso because ye did 10% na won na wi. That is not the kind of leadership we are asking for. Yanka se be obi nkoto abentia obi. Ye tutia wa fine. Nemom wo ba wo leadership style na sesa no. That is all the fight is about. The fight is not about say and you say MPP free so na NDC ba na NDC free so. You see with leadership style and you see there is danger brewing, Captain. The youth are getting angry. And Gabi Ochedako as usual of him. A person or shifted the conversation to say because of the hardship of aftermath of COVID-19. 18 and Krofo Bofu. Ana me catch them Krofo say nipa no wo mobuafu no enye COVID-19 hardship. Dabi. Enye fuel na matum no. Dabi. Nemom omobuafu as a result of say wo mo twa wo mani a ye ne China na hyase. And so China ko 20 years ago near the Dubai ma wana nka ompe. And so na Dubai ko. And so that's market time.
And also COVID ni bi ko.
It is leadership no amodiama from 92. Yes, and number pride here from 1992. This is the longest serving democracy, but it is not sustainable. And something is brewing. If the leaders can see that the youth are getting angry, I am sure that they will sit up. And you have professor solution to our roads. You have professor solution to our Greek. You have professor solution. And you see, these are homegrown policies to solve our problems. We don't need IMF. You don't need World Bank. These international bodies were intentionally created to control Africa.
But you come to think of it. Say IMF bets my baby papa bi ama Africa. I don't in America Bobby send free IMF, no Bobby send free China.
Good.
You see, sometimes I look at yem penny for no me show on dina miraho and now the few minutes be a minyaye. Na me share the so-called African summit now we of France no. Senior. Me ra hwa ma na me ye me ho hwe enye yi na me committee no ti me fa achimoto overhead so wo hu sa drainage na je ekufo ye no alajo ho no ebu agum asai to an extent say me bisa me ho senti ye ni nyansani bia wo kroyim ebu agum be 5 years ago
ye timi tena wa
ye ni nyansani bia
ade na sani ate won
ye nyansani bia
o come so ye
Atachia be ye Minister of Works and Housing. Eka kire me se wo kodwiri nima ana na ado fie esi ho. Kodwiri nima
na ya ne Villaggio.
Ni ya ne Villaggio. Ye gosi America for dan atenten. That's nonsense.
But it is doable.
But owie ye no wonim de esi ye. you born to Jack a no train to science. Oh, there be just an me patch because na ye na no fafa. And no they kake.
Need anything.
Now,
Blueprint here.
this 54 bunch of old men who are actually begging to think. Brains now your leaders no was say no. I'm sorry with all apologies. 50% a woo.
But you see, unfortunate.
And you see, look, I was looking at Buhari talking.
How can Buhari be the leader for the most strongest African nation in the world?
I was
How
looking at Buhari. Yeah, look,
at his age, he's leading us to where? Grave or where?
when Buhari was talking about nationalization in Nigeria and Ghana, said you, that's background. I want to say, industrialization in Ghana and Nigeria need a lot of boost. We have tried everything and we need more money to do. Ordinary Then it got to Africa's Aquakraba on Suchi. Oh, Massa.
The Obaya or Manco for who here for nothing.
Buhari another voice in Manukra. And you see, they have forgotten, say, a mebunu ebufu. A mebunu ebufu, woman be your friend Rubina, Mensah, or Pennsylvania University, or one of their old lecturers. She's now 98 years. Or throw baby kitty to Twitter. And as it stands, over 700,000 comments. And a war assembly say. Or say one thing she has ever regretted doing under the sun is allowing one of her great sons to visit Africa.
Send it India.
Okay. Or say when the son visited Africa, he was better off. When he returned, his brain had been corrupted. Because he did not mingle with the right thinking youth. He mingled with the African politician. The son did not mingle with the right thinking youth.
He mingled with the African politician.
Mingled with the African politician. What the woman was trying to say is that the African politician have refused to think.
Captain, you see, medical can say more be a man in your say a yantokwa between yang and yemiano. It is a fight between us and a system. So system and benefit of the ISC changing in any case. How can we continue to do the same thing over and over and expect different results? So there must be a total overhaul of the system.
Garbage in,
the way I'm now yet meet now maimu Emma a Ministry of Sanitation. Edward Mine Sika Echo taught a year dustbins ba now what donated by many. How can you donate to the people with their own taxes and money? But the governance in the people has made it look like us a favor by serving us. You are not doing the people any favor. You are serving the people because the people have given you your almost sovereign will, and they have added taxes on top of it.
Ministry of Sanitation.
To think. How can you write it donated by Ministry of Sanitation? Donating to
the people of Ghana.
I mean, how? It doesn't happen anywhere. And the solutions by Yabeko Agric. And you see, the problem of Africa. Africa is the continent that has all the leaders. Muslim visited other countries here. 1.2 billion population, of which about 420 million of them are young and ready to work. And so many of them you create the politician bottom. Uko bomfachi as here what they are popular. Etimomu too. No more say we yajuma. You creating human social politicians bottom. Eti ukwa aburochire ni politician na wo padwuma so okon ho. Enkolani we school. Year in year out for the past 10 years. Ye de more than 100,000 youth graduates wo mu free esuapo mu.
There be 275,000 a year.
And year in year out. Ye kasa national service omo kotrena office ni asomo mo koto buro ni nkatia saa for 1 year. Meanwhile, developing the brain of your people and conscientizing them to think like Africans and find solutions to our problem. Your security service now here.
Debio.
Can they train these people?
Debio.
the customs, the immigration, the police. Can't they train these people?
When NDC is
and when you train these people, Captain, what happens is that now say open recruitment into our agencies. You don't need any politician to bring you anything. They can't train you. At the time I year train you already, no. Now you pick it out or be good. Good after 6 months or 1 year. You try how to gather intelligence and be able to feed the National Intelligence Unit. Etidabia will be ya dio babia. And I'm saying nipa nenya intelligence training kakrano. Obetimi a detective say akwa ya waba betina empotemu hai. Watna ha me hunu say opeso odi bone. No we feed the National Grade of Intelligence Unit. Ye debi. Ye just ya transia na be for police for ya friend say hey politician minister wo bra. Bajisika wo for two bra. Wo for because ye person ye what kind of people are we? What kind of system is this? What kind of system is this? In any case, yes, you're a developing nation. And a developing nation, Captain here, West Ufia, you may less. As compared to about 3, 4, 5 years, and now we shall see a wusi.
Exactly.
Numbers for her, plumbers for her, carpenters for her, Obiawa. It is Obi Sinifia, a Duma or home more chance was if in a week. It is a developed world, any developing nation. Baby, I send Kajuma or more, and my youth need a development. Unfortunately, the same system of education apart from that is what we are continuing. In any case, some person who educate you man for now, you should be focusing on employable skills. And then yet me da o makwabra need to me convert all the polytechnics into university. What kind of absurdity? Highest level of absurdity. Employable skills, carpentry, masonry. That is what we use to build a nation.
A developing nation.
A developing nation. And so yes, Kofi Niyama is going to school. One is going to school.
Jesus, what
kind of system is this? Yes, Max Weber say. You call game pay. There be a lecturers and say one quoted the Max Weber can and quoted the Woodrow Wilson can. Max Weber who 1871 make ya okay member can is an day. And so one quote here, you better catch us wabon. What kind of sick nation is this? One man for here carpentry, they hear masonry, you hear a developing nation for Juma. Said you better me develop your mind a plan ye. But the leaders of this country is very far from the people, so they cannot profess homegrown policies to solve our problems.
Exactly.
Me who ye kasabi sabi who develop your mind. Baby, our central business point to war. I want to call civil societies ekogu. A civil servant in ekogu. Etikia Accra, business point of this nation, your central Accra, meboa.
That's right.
And Sasia Ben ho your rage, cantonment, and the eke ka homeboa. Etinka one in ye see high-rise buildings. And my civil servant in Etinatrim, no almost sorry no poor Moya etimi akwadwuma. And so Sasia ho nyina ma trauma money mabusuafo etitimu ho. Na mu si da ma civil servant na mu de ko seglemi. Eti civil servant ne be sorry afi seglemi a oba no onika obetina trotro mu aba bedru 2 to 3 hours.
Na boy 11.
Obedru na boy 11 wa bre. Wo bie ne wache mu obedi wache na wo wie ya wa ya adwuma 2 hours. Na wa sorry abesena kofie because wa encounter mo better traffic. What kind of nation is this? Certain people have captured the nation and they don't want anybody to talk because the system benefits them. Okoka wa mo say na obianka so person ye president obianka so person lead your mind bebia. We are telling you to change the system of governance. Now COVID-19 aba. We are there the common beba. E common the beba no. You don't need to import food. You don't need IMF. You don't need France to tell you what to do. 66% of the world arable land. Why can't we think? A Greek problem says how person solve ya and can do we here so call France baby asase yantam ne wo bomfachi ase asase yantam ne wo Santiago na yen chance ye no for state farms na Kwame Nkrumah de buy yen go back to state farms. Yet me try madasani kachere ye say wo ba besi kaya ye hostel e wo circle. Wo besi kaya ye hostel de are. Muko UK ko US kaya ye wo ho. Muko US ko US no. You want to legitimize illegality because you want votes. Meanwhile, the anti-Amrantian maba were free to move every Laura, every Ermo, eba yene is as a result of say jumani ho. Enyan kran na ye omo fe, enyan pom frama no mo be peti. It's so be create nyuma. Ye see ye one district one factory. Ye mfani nyina sa me pi so nkran. Ye de ko bomfa chi ase. Ye de ko tumu jakeche. Ye de ko Laura, ye de ko Ermo, ye de ko sandema. Said the bay you to moving free once I maybe you. And she had the idea because of populism approach it. Yes, I will be in a company one crania coacha, yes, one district, one factory. One, if you want to solve the problem, we need to go back into state farms. We need to invest in animal rearing. But why ye in Prekoni, why ye in Ponchina and Quano, so beton ye watching. Ah, me were for Kabakota, Captain. Send me my ye in Prekwe. Anka, what is my business wanting to worry my head with selling of them preku? And so nation ni plan biya ma obia ya di ope. And one see a biya ya port wano and then crofo ekra nioma a ye preku force. First me no ka say e mati me kwa as far as wadru ekopem preku aba beton. And then ye biya ya port wano ma politician bi e make sure say ono dey say bin preku force every China ba. Etimani nkobio ombekwa akoto eye de ehye fridge because enokwa ye cheaper than the live one. Etikamene wa yansha CNC abattoir is not about slogans, one district, one factory, one this, one that. We are talking about real policies. Ubesi abattoirs in all the regions. Said ye be ya will be a year afuo wie na oyem preko ni ponchi wie a on ha ne ho se oba koton antika state no ye be ko ne farm ho ne akwa akoto ne aba be solota ne afrizi bi ne afrizi bi ya ton bi live o pepreko ato ni kwa so to kokodo me market o ko abato ho abenya live one. That is how we build a nation. Ya de bu achi bi ni ye betena sia ma de waye mpreko no waye frustrated no wajai ene me no ka say me lease me mpreko farm no for 10 years because I cannot even get anything out of it. Ye wi aye make sure say yenzo ni wo mine no e ba ne farming na we shouldn't do banche body pay second year so farming. We need to zone the country. Ene anyansafo akwa chenkrofo enyansafo se nkrofo ye galamsey the only solution that comes to their head, buga solution, unnecessary solution, and it's in charge to excavate them. Excavator na wajene. Excavator on one and antuko fumo. Excavator on one ko si issue ni museno. That's a need say no with excavator no. It is how person punish you obi a. Enye excavator na wo je ye, eyesen ka adwene ba utirim say, ye fa mie the river banks nim. Okwa America George Washington Bridge the nsuo kakraka so nye nsuo na netwa ne kwan yo. Nipa de seni na dwene ye. Ana wo hu say ye mie nsuo nim kakra. Etinki ye de nsuo no ye de kosiwa, ne ye de excavators na nkrofo ndi ase no, ye de tim. Say de be ya next time nsuo no betimi aye bebre wom. Na ye we are the banks of the river no, ye zone dia ye farming, proper farming.
And then you share excavator.
Yes, share excavator because we be out going to say, yes, yes, share excavator, and that is the solution. Now, yet to my mama said, you yet me that sorry, yes, Empire, 37. It is soldier for Timiko Jina, you shoot Empire. What kind of sick nation? What kind of leadership at every level is this? What kind of people are this?
You shoot Empire.
What things show him, what him 50 feet wide, 50 feet down? And sure, but tell me more. Yes, you have populism approach. Say one village, one dam. One village, which dam? Ensure no what that Timuman Crofono, na lay proper irrigation system to the farms. One village, which dam? After we are, ye zoni we are, yama zero tax system to certain areas. Oko tumuja keche ohia wo ho. Oko ermo ohia wo ho. But we must be able to say ye beman crofo akọ biye adwuma ama crofo aye. Ene ye ka say almost say bu person set company ye ko school bomfa chi ase. Yes, one of the factors I will consider nearness to a raw material. No. Ni aka chiro say eye ruo sensu ruo si ye ya na na do fie nanim ho ye nya nka so quota akura mani ba ye in 1 year ya ka so be 3. Enso kwan ya kwa krabo quota wo mu ho chepens da. Kroni di quota so ye ho chepens da.
Ohu quota da.
Ohu quota da. Enso ni di quota. And once na banche about 30% of banchia a free a eastern region a bank renjina free ba. Opa kocho bas nebu somo krabwa quota banchia wo ha ye de watcho ba e won kra about 30% every krabwa quota obekọ na mai anti modern no omaka omotu banche egu kwa ho na omunya ka amane nkofa me na me hisu tundu ade kwafuom. Unim Edu baby a me dru oto ase na yesa me pack fa moto. Tundra wo ntimi nkọ. Eti wan de ne car ba kofa niam na ba. Banchi ni timi gu wa na pro. What kind of sick nation is this? Eti ewia government have to create room for more PPP, proper PPP. And yet the chesika di no. Public private partnership. Yama incentives. Obi opesu obi adwuma otumu jakache no. Yama ni zero tax. No nko bi adwuma no employ nkrofo ho. As compared to obi or 10 crime, obi adwuma no won crime tax system ni should be higher than that of tumu jakache. And no be ma kwan ma nkrofo ko tumu jakache. Ako bi adwuma ma mrante ne mamba wa no. Omo ma ha.
There be hanya congested view.
So rural urban migration can be solved with this. The entire kaya you for any free a year to muja kache ebano. It is because it's only a juma or juma or baba dankrai.
There be abiding.
It is state farms na ye be cretino. Ye be making sure say some ranche ne maba wawi. Yam promise o say every month to be ebema even 1,000 Ghana. Name out of 1,000 Ghana no. Ye bet 200 for a year senate. Ye bet to say for this. It will be any year 500 a show butum. Name no pebia ka ba be farm the mark farms. A boy we are 12 amapo aba beda. Who bet me a any other ejumaka ho and the youth will not come and do kaya in Accra. You don't need IMF to do this. You don't need World Bank to do this. But unfortunately, World Bank in kind, IMF in kind, it's in here to here we are, yes, well supervision of the fertilizer distribution. And I know 24622 eka wo masem. Krono aye bonu aba mu nyina mo ya wa ba bi efri ba muni momo. Oh, omo the fertilizer dwane fa boda nyina you know them. Etia shase monitor sa akrofo ne punish wo mo. Na fertilizers ne nkankran. Na nka ha me fa nya adwuma. These are homegrown policies. You don't need the IMF. As you ever try your sloganiere na planting for food and just now one village there and there. Hey, madama no akambo mamo. I don't know this. I don't know this. We are talking about see making available modern farm implements. As one second on aye ye. Atem eyem krasisem aye ye. And ayetimi atna for over 50 years of her. China ya do koko do me papa asankregwa me papa e wase kropon no koko enso ye ntimi antena se and developing machine ya edibo koko ya ntimi and developing machine ya edibo koko China ba yeso obeye koko na no ya we developing machine ya edibo koko nefe etiyema eye implementation availability of modern day technology and implementation yen chance yen leo the youth to go into farming again. These are not things you need IMF to tell you. These are not things you need any World Bank or any France to tell you.
I was even asking, sir, Yema District Assembly be only farm, just for a beginning. But my endani ya humra. I told you, Grofoka said, both of you, dear. Also, and then my edding, and then Mankabi, and then Mankabi. Canadian Digital Satellites in our face, Zahara Mixture and Zahara G Capsules, New Deji Mosquito Killer, Build Freeze Company Limited, NFA A&S Trading Agency Limited, and Frankie Cleaning Services Ghana Limited. One of them is so Asania, Yade, the Smart Show, Ebro on Smart TV. We'll be right back after this break. Sir, Yaba. Capain betwaso. Maybe some just 2 questions. Now for you be a phone line no at the amount. So tell a friend to tell a friend to tell another friend and then wait for us. We'll be right back.
Papa. New Daji. Say na ye use no. Ye new Daji. Every nadaka no. 22 free suboko. Na fa na no shem new Daji mosquito killer product no mu. Na fa chima no shem ye. Wuria fani cable no. Extra charger head mu na plug. Na so wo so plug no pe. Wo be hu say light no a wo product no ho aso. Eno anu no.
New Daji mosquito killer. We nso de enwu siesem bia animu.
Dabi ena pomodin mu haw bia nso nim. Liquid enegumu. Wo pragosi so a bosum mu a ansa na asa.
Ubetumi nso a connect cable no ama laptop ana power bank ama naso. Se drone no sa pebito na fa replace dada na ehye mu no. ne buo efo pa.
New Daji mosquito killer ewo hoyi. The progressive super no entontom convention. We need to pay why gone too soon.
Woso na najua ema okania.
New Daji mosquito killer.
Ubeda filafemu.
Kennedy Boache Echam, the CEO of Kennedy Digital Satellite. Yatunton home appliances, BTC, TVs, fridges, gas cookers, air conditioning, washing machines, fufu machines, a DNA wope, home appliances ya Oba Kennedy Digital Satellite. Wunya, the power Kennedy Digital Satellite. They say, ya share Emma, Ghana, Aban Ejuma Yafua, Muji Marketuya, a free controller and accountant general, Tutumrikanebra, Yawo, Kumase, Edum Family Plaza, and I sounds will be your Patasi, Adum House, Fusi and Kraya, Bra, Wedja, Old Barrier, traffic light, Asia, Accra branch, your telephone number, 02430 74750, Kumase 0207 653031. Ghana, a back home appliances here, the headquarters, any Kennedy Digital Satellite. Kennedy.
Looking for a shipping service that's reliable, on time, and affordable? Your best solution is ANS Trading Agency Limited. At ANS, we handle all kinds of shipping from door-to-door courier services from London or Europe. We also import left-hand vehicles such as articulators, trucks, and all kinds of cars. For your duty issues on 20-50 feet containers, we have you 100% covered. It doesn't matter where you're shipping your vehicles or goods from, either from China, Europe, America, or any part of the world. We are the best with duty. Contact us via www.answer24.com or call us on these numbers.
We are the best.
Hey, Frankie Cleaning Services. Ye feyo. Yasem nyina say yakofa niema papa edisi fie eba industrial and commercial equipment, fragrance and chemicals ye dey cleaning. Ye experts in cleaning services. Ye workers dey nije sunku na ye adwuma. Eba hotel, restaurant, bank, hospitals, baby be we here see what dey. Ye dembe fia. Ye won wakade no, ye chemicals no, ye fragrance no. Eba cleaning na edini ba ko pegana. Frankie yakofa industrial and commercial equipment sa ye ton edi aba be gudaso eba mops eni bibie disi sefie dia ye wo do so po kai sesa ne me nyina free Germany ye wo kaneshi odoko highway no so Fisherman's building ni pay for 0246 706757 and 0302 957 642. Frankie Cleaning Services, cleaning for a better environment.
Abba, you are welcome back to Smart TV. And then you may, and then Yamina Mitro Jano, me and a man carry. Oh, and then me man carry. And then man carry. But I assume I'm a second digital satellite saying you may be more than a fibra one of my say, oh, a channel pants will be to me a call. A year wager. When sending fast one, I will say a time for anything home appliance. Mr. Bomodi and so be quaje what dear. So one number no 0243 074 750 0243 074 750. Sasuna Zahara mixture. Oh, a bit problem boost the immune system ni pa. Zahara and no catch and say you put your hand on fire say hey and no mom commercial no catch and say and there them Zahara and there them Mr. Uyo Baubu inside na o bread, Bomodi and Tumuda. And my man in there was Zahara man capsules and a hopa. Ube didn't what did you papa Ube Gurumsa, you are back at Buhari. Was a one breast and Rofus and on modern Namho. Pacho, Bomodi and afraid. I was 0246 348 334 0246 348 334. New Daji mosquito killer. And the Kumun Tonton, where any coil on the Pumusi, Abama Utia, or Yana, Hinama Sonso, or plug it or why they just dim say to and to be at the Hobenya Hoarding. It's with your 050 000 3434. Yabejo so Sasuna Build Freeze Company Limited, the solar power bank and the Aba. As some of the BIA can you be a new? Danko Poachen area, Yentiminia, Bribia, can be a bit to me a faso. Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology. Ewo ho. Omutimi kura ye indelible inka. Ye de beto aba Ghana mpanifu ampe ye kokrabai. Cause tech na ye ne bo de be ye fo. Jimisa obi eno ho benya sika edinti. Ya nje no ye kokra afoforo. E de baye. We kwabrane ehunu nyansa. We awia ehyesoa na wo de charge your phone. Baby wonam bia metumi charge your phone. Say kura say ye hin frɛ 050-000-1129 050-000-1129 na fe A&S Trading Agency Limited pacho womo de door to door Ghana haye globally be bia person de ade efiri ade ko bia and obi de ade de free ho e de be wo Ghana ha ombebo modian no motimi de abesi wo prona no say pe bre bia nim or how bia nim atiti bia nim wotu fie ne ye bo punum bing na womo de eniema no e de abrel patro friend was 020-605-9140 Sansuna Frankie Cleaning Services Ghana Limited and so ho ufie wo said de tibia ne be cleaning wo kama na ye de amount friend was 0246-706-757 0246-706-757 patro mo advertise we show no suri na no mo share so enche mo beba ha oba na wa be kire enema wo ye ni na mu ntino mo mo de na mo bo am ho ye be frɛ mo mako na bo so motimi aba na mo abeton mo nema no ye no mo abekire mo ye di a che ye be ma mo time no free ye nka ncho se tua untua ye do beba na wa betena so no waka wasem na wo na akodo Facebook Smart TV Ghana, Instagram Smart TV Ghana, Twitter Smart TV Ghana, and after YouTube Smart TV Ghana na Captain Smart official and so obenya yen ewo eho na ye betro jane kakra embebu na mo Ghana on say ye nya asore pepepa makasa asem we sa katechia ba be ka the same thing natural. They try to create the impression say it is a fight between us. No mama na kweye te say mebunu na abani muade oboa a strategy. One set time and another dan kwa Akufo-Addo sorry ya na opeso di president 2008 years o muade. Omo shada o nyesa na na do muade no ye confident and courageous. Akufo-Addo was fearless. Me said no who say many brain na me kan asem ya na me nsua fi Akufo-Addo ho. What am saying? And time I could be precoba no. The other day, my story natural. There's no need cemetery waso with the history of Kubi Preko again. I learned it from Nanado. Yes, you muadie, there be obuadie, because you're courageous. Yen sum bebuna yaban, then no mama yen sorry. Now, me was anchrophobic di me din kra na me pictures I say a demonstration yen no kre. Me demonstration me to me aka say be na china meye. But the one dey na namre dey anu be nka ho hwe. But then tell you about demonstration be and I post from court to permit. Yentie. Somebody man they catch am plane. Ada beba mu se kukuro. Say yetie si abonte no be kwa kwaje court permit. Adu tutu kum ye yina. Maka to me se hwe IGP se wa Africa na he omafu. Just look at the size of their belly and compare the belly of their colleagues in America and Europe. It tells you who is working. What did this son no my way? It's the only mean I say IGP be a bar no a party organizer. IGP be a party organizer. Okay, I see boy and TV suspension. I am enjoying my political suspension. I love it.
This political suspension.
Yeah, this is a political suspension.
And you're enjoying it.
I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying my political suspension. Honestly, I'm enjoying it. Once I'm here by them in your time, mano. Obedu kwesiada. Edwada na mkwadwuma.
We uze adwuma me no mienu na ye. Enti ayese me ya take over. Obesa ko back.
Dia me yire be kana meti.
Na wo yire se ko.
Dabi ono wo bosu sesi e be ya semo ntotwe ansa ye pon a.
On go back.
Me dia me yere bɛka no.
Now we go back and we start smart TV no.
Dia me yere bɛka no meti.
And our yere say yes smart TV no. Omo pro after the man ta go back.
Me say me dia me yere bɛka no. Me kura me nya yanko masa tum.
Almost
into political suspension him. Yeah, without salary.
Where without salary?
The extension there, beba no.
Where with salary?
Come on, without salary. Political suspension. I am untum why. Mo fa bin ka tra mo track that from say mo the 2 weeks I come home. Na niam akode. Mo ka say be trafia comedy yen.
Why asem na ke?
Wo am ka hu ina. As if I care. Look, the most important thing we need to do in this country, and I said the youth of this country must arise and become fearless.
Fantastic.
Because when you look at Tunisia, it was the youth that made Tunisia, Tunisia. Algeria, it was the youth that made Algeria, Algeria. Even UK, 1824. Check the history. Read the books. When the American Revolution started, it was the youth. I will croak it from Illinois. What from Illinois.
Omuntimi ka believe but say the opibia. Illinois say Illinois.
Say Illinois said they
I mean, who catch kwasi brode so
Illinois. And wo mu kro ba ko bi so ho ye fra ho senkrapo. Edi ni ye IOWA. Say Iowa say Iowa. Said ya say Iowa say Iowa say dan yo. That these are the areas the youth in America began and said that we would not continue to serve the British monarchy. Ma remfi ye nkwana injire sabrofru di yeso wo di America so.
Oka about Odi America so. Opa radio you see Marcus Garvey said something. He said that history is the landmark by which we get the direction to the true course of human life. The history of a nation, the history of a movement, the history of a race is the guidepost to the destiny of that race, nation, and movement. So a people without a knowledge of their history is like a bird flying without any tree to land on. Now say ya shasiye an kan ye history well. Your history ya started in our books near started free the year 1472. And I'm say na 1372 dey any pa bia in Africa. No mo ye dey. Wo mo dey no say bisa bin previous o mo ti o mo tu binidi. 1272 any pa in Africa.
Any pa Africa any
1172 any pa in Africa. 1072. What were those people doing? The Mensah Musas, the Berbers, the Bantus, the Kush and the Kushite. What were they doing before the invasion or before the obstruction of the life of the black man by the white man? But they want you to feel inferior and to remember starting with history from 1472. And when they do that, what they are trying to do is that they even did you a favor by coming to Africa. Other than that, we were like animals.
Exactly.
But said the first law school that was established, Sankore School of Law in Timbuktu, Mali, was in Africa.
Exactly. The first law.
We were the people who developed the first codes of common law before the Europe, before England no Momaka. And the
first ever university in the world
was in Africa.
Was established here in Africa.
Mali Mali. Mensah Musa time. Mali was Mali Songhai Empire was a great empire.
So the first irrigation ever in the world
was in Africa.
The first,
you are nothing without the invasion of the white man.
The first coal factory in the world in Africa.
Now
education began in Africa.
Yanko back to Sir Peter Eke. Now just a line. Oh, you see, I think we need to start our story differently. Marcus Garvey said that until the Negro develop their own literature, until the Negro develop their own companies, until the Negro develop their own education and their own way of life, the world will never stop to listen to them and consider them. Before China became a superpower, they didn't wait for IMF to say anything. They closed their doors from the world. They stayed in there. They developed with homegrown policies. Before United Arab Emirates became what it is today, they closed their doors. They didn't wait for IMF. Every now and then, IMF will say, now look at something. They wanted to still control Africa after they were gone. So they went to set up IMF, World Bank, World Body for deciding of this. There were world bodies deciding everything coming from Africa, the prices of it. Your world body decided the price of cocoa. the price of cocoa. And so any world body decided the price of a chocolate na ye wo ho no.
Mama ncha when him say consortium na to Switzerland they decided the price of cocoa. Womu nyina no ba kokura ni ho we hu cocoa.
Oh hu cocoa duada.
It womu to Switzerland. Womu Zurich. Womu na tena se no ka chen say cocoa ne bo no be say.
Cocoa ne free eye wasa krupon ba ne bo be say wo no bi da.
Na wo de tie. Also Ghana and Ivory Coast, etna say when be decided the price of cocoa. One to one moment de research I say ye cocoa no metals wom.
E wom. Yeah dey etimi nya research.
Yeah to me.
So to continue controlling the minds of Africans, they have set up a world bodies that decides everything coming from Africa. World body decided the price of bauxite. World body decided the price of oil. World body decided the price of diamond. And she any world body decided the price of chains here the gold no kokoya. It's here the end the buy yetimi hwe anim ne aka kire say there be mo no ye bema mu say. And she ye koye chain here the buy yetimi ka chem say mo so mu chain ye bema mu say. We are sick as a nation and we need real and organic leadership. Come to me this, you know. Yeka organic leadership. The first time Ghana ever had organic leadership
was Dr. Kwame.
And when we talk about leadership,
but
we don't need to
place it on record. Kwame Nkrumah, as my brother said, is the organic president ever.
Yes.
Of Ghana. He's the founder of Ghana. You try to say you bet twist it and turn our history. When you can't Canada.
Sabi yanyo maya yaria. Akawu was such a monumental figure like Nkrumah. Why will your airport be under Kutuka? When all over the world, Kwame Nkrumah is a world sensational figure. And so now party politics, pettiness in tea. Yes, it been me one lineage, it been me one lineage. It's inside the name of Kwame Nkrumah. You must say a question. Sabi been previous 1948, 28 December crossroads. Sa police if one na wamu ye no. Sergeant Ajete cooperative private or that land to omabusia forward. They don't need Oma Mwa am fighting for the freedom of this country.
Omu be MP.
Ni Kobinabo ni omabusia forward. Oma Mwa am fighting for the freedom of this country. Certain people's fathers and their grandfathers helped, whether directly or indirectly, to let us gain the freedom of this country. I think it is time people should move away from this mindset of yena nanom, ye papa nom, ye sister nom, and a freedom my it is a birthright. It from 1992, but the same circle now you choose friends and free. You choose leadership free. The friends and family. Osha John Mahama. In fact, JJ Rollins in a year be different. I will call sure a Professor Mensah, Emma and Boba and this on the year be different. Other than that, the same line of choosing leadership is what we see from 1992. Every a year a Dubois here so remember President Kufuor so every President Kufuor na abana nado so every nanado na sabi every Japade.
Every nanado so I line at all.
We are talking about revolutions upon revolutions, industrial revolutions, and every stage of human life and the nature na nkasa the leadership oba. The same pool of friends, the same pool of family. Oko in this year, Senyasa JJ Rollins distorted our line by bringing Professor Mensah Nedaho after JJ. Ubeda Samuel Bakakra. We Bakakra. What kind of leadership is this?
Senipa Sabi Rusabi and Nitia Wukura.
Yes, Edu Nesunti. And then Ebedu ye Alan Bawumia. Meanwhile, there may be somebody within the MPP who is much more qualified than the two of them. I see a Makwai. Ya hijacking nation, you know, and the Chama Yanka see a home and the Bushia. Oko and this Mama and Papa and your minister.
Obeko suspension.
Me does me free. My trust suspension. Me and resign.
Okay.
My resign.
Obeko suspension.
But I be me to suspend.
There be a phone line, no.
Before so be a phone line, Ghana for me and be
yeah.
The youth of this country has become so frustrated that they live by managing. They think it is normal.
There be a real now. They are not tattoo.
No,
they are no way.
Mate.
Now what they are no way. Ma, men sending this message across to the security agencies. Anytime be abe who mind be able say emebunu eni abere no mind e bo. Sa sorry ya sorry ye njayo. Me say one day ye Puba Street in this one. Court be antimi stop here.
Oka court say a lawyer tell you sorry. Me chiao. Me papa me chiao. Lawyer Denis Ejejumo mechiao. Lawyer Kosu Asante mechiao. Me tru emi nsuro hwe Kosu abena wa ba ne me agya hene ba ne me. Sansam no aya amodi run na we ya edoba ko gina court. You cannot use the power of the people to intimidate the people.
Exactly.
For me you cannot. Enti yamu be any case me o say me ne. There are thousands of people am lighted torch awo mu di akire eba mo be ye worse. There are millions and thousands of people.
Several of them
lighted torch now mu di akire ba be ye worse. So me dey touch me. And when I fall off, what I'll tell the soldiers is that when I fall off, keep going. Don't wait for me.
Don't wait.
I'm not anybody.
Don't wait.
Martin Luther King, yes sir no. Marcus Garvey, yes sir no. Maybe yes sir me and so.
No, Sergeant Dr. Kwame Nkrumah.
Please, the youth should rise up and use their brain.
Yes, Ramo, arise Ghana youth, you know. We would arise. And very soon we'll tell you when we're going to arise. And it's within this year.
But the young council say arise and yes,
we are not rising to destroy. No, we are rising to build.
Pay and we are seeing him. And your my you papa bia yes aframo na mo begina street na mo say no na yakwaya na ye ba.
Dabi.
Ya framo say mo mra na afa mu choose leadership. Mo show real and organic leadership.
Exactly.
Na mo choose na mo nya sa orchestrated leadership we dey am from 1992.
Eti this year so they are social media and they are no correct. Me planning demonstration be this year be this month and they are one more. But this year we you be good street this so that the day it will come. Yem penny for no and that they drew IGP back to high court because high court one year be kwa jaw. High court one year ye be kwa jaw.
Ye jaw we are no
ye be kwa jaw high court to IGP. Ye be kwa jaw. Until judge net to no be hu be 10,000 youth ye be jaw say be sanje permit na be see en kwan say me anya demonstration. Ye the demonstration ni ko jaw court. And that day is coming. Me kan na mo didi agro. And when we get the date, some political soldier for, political police for, political fire service for, aban bia ba ofa the soldier for, otimi the one din say hunu, aban bia fa ofa the police for, the one din say hunu, some political soldier for.
Anka say we are national security. You go to boy atta so e chere say national security. We are so sick no muti fufu ase, no dey go to na chere. Me here na mo we here we abokone ne kwen.
You see, that day is coming, oh. That day is coming and it is very soon and it is this year. We will arise. Because me to me chance fear and that way. Me nu Okatakyie bomfa achiase.
Asantiago na yiko.
Yey. E free ha kwago mu atachima. We do a Palm Junction na wo kwanya anya waduma wuduru. Wudru atonsu ewie na wo kobe papa krom nyame ani wunru hwego ogwa kwan na hwego aka basa and then people sit in the comfort of their Land Cruisers and their air conditions on tier tax on Porsche masa twen for line to all me fa maso
wagwa
now one sorry ti won say hunu sa enamre yete Ghana ha yete omanya yesi yenni sika adwuma nim yefa ayi cook ema minister ni yefa deputy cook ama minister yenim nyansa na se yagimi yefa garden boy ni yefa deputy garden boy ni yefa laundra odo no be sini ni ama na watoso e de ama minister on tia light bill, tia water bill, in tia way.
They are the new colonial masters.
The real ni assassin says he can't go so. Ni among one Land Cruiser and one saloon vehicle. Now one with the team and the I don't win ni na ye ko. And in kwaladie.
O say.
Na me boa.
I want to say.
Kwaladie na. Say, ja so that's how Felix. O ba pass my baso. Yeah, ti o man yimu sesi amre ya ye wo man mu. Yes, be swear in president no we front ma. Ye nya swear ni in we a je okwa yie as we front ma na ye hunu say ye wo Ghana ye wo tradition, ye wo ya tade ya yetimi hye. Eti president ye wi a ntema na ye nko na ye de kro. Ye aka yina ye suitu. But ye wi afi say obi be bie cotton factory. E was the northern part of our country. Ye betimi di asawa. Na de aye yentima Kwame Nkrumah hyase ti bon kwaso amemu eto Kwame Nkrumah so enti agu kede match factory Kwame Nkrumah time ana yesi na ye bajimi bre Kwame Nkrumah time bajimi bre na kede match factory na may $870,000 a year Kwame Nkrumah time
25th of November 1965 time Nkrumah
Ejane basa.
Your friend say Toma motorway no. The vision was not just to create motorway. It was called the Golden Triangle. Etika wo free aplawo na obesina kwa lubwa. Anka ye 2 lanes here, 2 lanes there. Upa na kako. Wo free circle na kako sirema. 2 lanes here, 2 lanes there. Upa na kako. Enso ye timi atena ha. Emwoma with the 2 major cities in our country. We are not able to form a 2 lanes in the 2 major cities. Yaka Chiram said the solution to that problem is very simple. You wrote to know and nay so because your person or on one casa, ne kwankura Ministry of a year, you can't road and highways over Jessica. Yamanya, I was sick. Etika wuni sika de beyano. Fra se kwame despite mo. Fra oforisa pomo. Fra sika fu wo kroma sei. En cancer board mu no momra se he. Mukuro mu kwan no amode kɔ no ada bia ekum ni pantimu hui. Bra. Me mamo letters of credit Ghana bind wo mon se hya mo nkɔ pebosia mra. Send you $2 billion kura na mbenya. Mo famra 2 lanes here, 3 lanes there. Afa mo mfa to ensiso. Monte for the next 70 to 50 years. Montini agree we ma wo mutrim because of sikadie. Na money as part of the contract. Mo make sure say ka bia say so amu wo yada mo ba kɔtwe e dia kosi wo na nkɔse eye problem. Support wo ba so na se ehunu se mo negligence na ma accident see ya. Ye be make sure say mo ye be prosecute mo. Na ya gi sika free wo mine ho. We na ye no eye say ye ma kwan because road ho no e ho na sikadie no e wo. Hwɛ
when him say Tema motorway.
What kind of people is this?
Mame can say minchira Tema motorway Ghana mebu muntie. It's about time we rise. Tema motorway 66,000 or yesterday
a day. Cars a foul.
Your fan saying say 600 and something. And a foul say 61
cars a foul.
Cars a foul.
Over 40,000 cars every day. A day. Your calculation.
Car bia 1 city
averagely
over 40,000 about there 40,000.
It's 40,000 a day from just motorway.
Hey, one city.
You wo amasa my dear. You will bibia paru de anyu su hon kwa na ya calculation.
Ba we atomo. Motorway no su tokuro na abobɔ na wo ho no ye de den. Esum e watama motorway so. But every day you get 400,000 Ghana cedis.
400 million.
400 million. 400 million. And can't it sika. E motorway no so. Meanwhile, esum street light any motorway so.
Ye so kania ne ba ko na so mo ye favor. Ye mwanyi o mo so because ye so kania ba.
Ade ye ma wura ho kese kra ne say ye dum kania na ya ma timetable Jimmy o shabatakari. Jimmy and I say, I'm timetable. You never saw me Kenya. It's you do Choco this time. You do Bachona this time. Near Sotantra Hills this time. Now you near J. Near Tim. Bisamu MPC no Tim on course of one and the ministers. And they say, Wamu Cabrochena, yeah, you do Kenya or called again. Never called Wedge and a year.
Motorway that's of Penny Duncan Williams. Sorry, you very influential. Enkrofo fa so da bia beto collection mano one chance yem fa na ntum se kania na edum no ho no one chance yem kama mpanimfo no nye if they put the light on they are not doing us a favor here of anko street light also ever since yeah metimi akasa so trip
here
oh my god na anko dey
of anko dey
ya beto ba bia na so
of anko light mama nchira wade enso atre.
What kind of nation
is this? So lighty.
Oh my God, and
then na car na road minister na be fast one.
I know so.
Then can ya na answer. Your friend papa bi wo ECG, your friend no say sibe. And wo di mirika ko friend say sibe say can ya ne so bra.
Eti bra, be yema.
And no say sibe di mirika. Asalungu tugu ya apro. Fetire na so kakra ati vom. The minister who returned the camp, I'm saying national security issue. Into Kenya now so biom as for one everyone
and your my way coming in see to me a street light. A drew we are now light and as we do you so oko adenta street light or a drew we are now light and also a drew what kind of nation is this? And so Crawford the Ministry of Roads and Highways in Giacatria, so we are maintenance officers. What kind of nation is this?
Okay.
What system is this?
Yeah, Chimota, Kingsby roundabout is where you yesterday agree. When we Hawkeye said yes, me bank 2013. Sakwan every year be a not a tutu.
Yeah, you,
they are quiet.
Don't make Quabenya Rudy, and also
Quabenya, the Ocas was one of the most of
Sana
address of others. I call Pam Quashiga. Every your friend say.
Also free. Run about international warfare abataifa. Oma ba be yes appetin wo ho. E ko 2 years ni. Instead see did the last code to beba be guso na ka solid na ache no. 2 years, 3 years ni. Etutu. Aso da so te won. School feeding. Now them dey teach this before say be. The leadership of this country, they make capital out of the misery of the people.
Exactly.
Eti omo tina o hwe mane sese de be yo omo abetimi atwa omo de contract amomo na omo ye na di 10 years di 20 years omo e de nyeska enipa ye timu atema motorway street light me bank ran 10 to 15 years ni me hu se ya street light nkwa ya buru be 10 omo atimi ko twa gya to ase omo twa gya to ase abo hu ase nkrofo bi nyina o ye ni ne omo atutu bob no ade achi ya na tender ni nya free mu why
Eti de ya kan nyina ne se wo ho emeburu na wo Ghana no muntie ye America ye yi no eye meburu na ma America ye yi ye sori a wo mbekum bi wo aka no mamonda se Ghana soldier for kokon a ba akofo ta wo aka ne nsan ye tam no to kon ho na wo aka ne to aso hwesuku a krowa wo fi mu betena nkran hwesuku den a wo tena mu ko school said the next year tetia pansamayo wo san ko ukrom no wan kwato the same thing wo ho wo sori a wo di wo Jimmy the MPP achi wo di wo Jimmy the NDC achi kwasi asamsan ye di akire ukrom school dan na wo koy na atete go mo da bi school dan na atete na atim ko school no
magana for me ko
magre and na ye di school ni ko school ade ye di si obi kon ho na wo sori a wo ye bebu no ukrom kwan ye ensuo ni ho kane ni ho esum na ho wo nya adwuma nye na wo do Jimmy the MPP ni NDC achi ba maka chemo IGP get ready Chief of Defense Staff get ready we will get onto the streets very soon we will march onto the streets very soon and we know say mo ankasa wonim bibi let me tell you one secret wonim say security for penny for one member the air no mo support ba won't binka
Madam for the Tiolo man, SWAT commander, Madam for Pan, also here by this time. Command, Mechiao, Yamishra.
Well, one need to the air, Yanopa, but wouldn't be
Azugu, Swabete, or also. Madam for Pan, no, Donna, Madam for Pan in Ponyan.
IGP cried the fake account of hey. IGP the fake account of hey. Even the vice president is using the fake account watching us. You think we don't know your fake account? We know. When him said the right thing. And we will get onto the street very soon. Trust me. Na me wa dom na me ye be ye GSK demonstration. You see TV we pulled over 10,000 people onto the streets. Now what mark my words. Change when it is denied or too long delayed. Violence will break out here and there. And it's an acceptable violence. Not that the men planned or willed it, but the accumulated grievances will erupt to volcanic fury. This is proper. Mo call Legon Hall be your friend say. Vandals mo ho your friend say.
Come on.
This is proper vandalism. And you say we are getting onto the street to destroy. No. We are getting onto the street to build. We are getting onto the street not to kill, but we are getting onto the street to heal. We are getting onto the street to demand accountability and make sure say you penny for no. Say na mo ye no obi antimi kan chemo no. Mo so na mo the police for no na ye. Mo so na mo the soldier for no na grofo. Mo so na mo the national security go tie the to banku. Na mo the huro na ye. Mo try mo time oba 0244173118. 0244 masa usu janyo no bo.
Okobo no ma me a. Emancipate yourself from mental suffering. None but ourselves can free our minds. I have no fear for atomic energy because none of them can stop the time. How long shall they kill our prophets whilst you stand aside and look? Who some say is
your call has been put on hold.
It got to fulfill the dream. Won't you help to sing the songs of freedom? You're pouring about me.
0244173118 0244173118 na the work on that fee what to me aka obi eno ho president edio so
the number you're trying to reach
na mo keka san sam no kire no nyesa no ye pedio
but you are not a president
we feel on him
Marcus Gabi no a president
we feel on him
I don't care about who leads the country. I care about the leadership we give it to us.
Hello.
Okay.
Hello, good evening.
Nana Captain Smart, Namia to Yanko, you may.
And come on,
Afrifa, Nakupuncham Papa. Nana Obama, the so room.
Obama call him.
Nana Uber. Nana Namekani said Yanko Pon, Quafono Eden, one and Nana Afrifa, Nakupuncham Papa. One of Credia Mokache or Mangana, and I'm saying that because you see an acquaintance, O kind of create actually. Na sebi you office sebi wagin ewo from unim nyansa nana we the wada roma se meka san abata nana no kwara na moka no Ghana ede ni eni wo Ghana ha waja se enso ye ko my man so se ede ko bobusia nana we say ye mpeni for no this the time ye babu ma ye di political party ne e say fa hu adwene hu esua de bi say won for ye sebi wo mafunu sebi o se o pese o mkokum abo bi won fikire ti anama kofa wo mafunu waja se anase koko asoso se koko enso ya wo hu yaso faso na koko enso dia wo ni yaso faso wo nya tumi ni wi anama kota da bi ayede e dia yen kwate adwuma sebi o mko transfer ma na mu refi se o mfa ankofu bi so na ankofu bi yen kwate adwuma de e ma wo ntina na ko na mo kanu se ye stre tera wo kanu imaburu na ye bi etire e se fa wadwen pa no ko na aso ma de mo ka tira ma ta na mi no pare e ka so yo mi wura Captain Smart onya nyaso de ka woni mia me de you president na kwa mi Afrifa onya mi sramo mo empeyefo we agrepa e wo mutim de ma Ghana meburu no so onya me no kwafo no so ma mo nkwatenten na mo ntimi nkoma Ghana meburu no yetimi ayede adinfun hwe atam na mo kana no kwa pese Ghana meburu we have to arise na ye be arise na say ye from protect ye sika because ye sika shey ye niam ko waste ye will be pia wo Ghana. And so about the train and a Ghana mebunu ye near to Togu and come. As I said, or come over be anyone what time and also be the sorry that Ghana mebunu ye with ampa ye wakasama for be a wobe can ye to waiting on mine or ye be a man. That depend on or your town for them or mine and also. Yeah, mebunu no better ye be creating a mo sorry a mo can of the Maya said Ghana mebunu ye can train your man and your manko ye man. About the day and the Fofia and Twatana Ghana mebunu yadani slave for ye I think about the day and the best slam for Funidino. I had too much more Shana Ghana mebunu any day and sent to Tungu or when into Tungu with them because they are bread and pay Funya Ghana yet Yam Nafi Adan and Quiet and saying a day and a Ghana because I'm a Ghana issue. I'm in Cromano baby. I won't be our tin so as I say or mine will mebu a prayer will be clear on your media clear will be then they are memory than this at day Ghana I'm paying for.
Mensah I say hello, good evening. Hello, good evening. 0244173118. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, Captain.
Ebushan Pacho Mayentio.
Good evening, Captain.
Pacho Yetio.
The Mensah make can say, request some pan and Motuana Mokanana. Ghana I'm penny for the Omoya and the Ukrainian Yamie. They use me and fire and see for ma. I quite to say, because the acquire could to say, yeah, you use no sister. No, then just to clear was here for lessons. Ye, man, yes, can see them 24 years hard, you can, and you say, young girls, Mamma, you use number by you worry. No, you work here, Funo. No, Quenin, I mean, say, but I'm sure, me and say, because the air for the day, and young son of Bokokra, Yenya but ye change down more than my acquaintance against a criminal. Allah, Penibian to me to the car, Penibian to me to Panoso. Because let me any other is a few weapon into the area already a channel. Manuel,
before so be about Captain Nipa war here back here or say for the maestro. Or say Mensah, we are doing a great job.
Can you say so? No, so Capain, you must send for the Bregana.
Or say for Black Stars.
And you more Capain or the Bregana.
I had
a hospital bed, or Fred Ghana ha. Omo ka chance on one fancy can be, you know, muntimi aban timi yin ya on the channel. Oh, but I am sanai. Dear, we understand the man Nigeria fighting free. I'm so pay. Obi also. Abusama Joy.
Hello, Captain.
Yes, sir. Pacho my NTO.
Boss, but you're from the ground. No, Kumasi. Na mekasi nyankupo nshiramu pa wo de moye no. The moye no. Ema yakre ni depa. Na me hwa ye me depa. Woni Okatakyie. I've been following him for some time now. Ni bi di komo bi no ka kire me say. Yasi we na ye wo mu no. Asa kire mu di kan kai me say. Na black me na really attack you so. Ana white me be really ya. Na si say no white rule me ba ye. Minimpe nyame ne nam so a ode han bi epie omumu na me strepa se ta tumi na amanya no mo bekutam na yenso yeta mochi ye de ahoade enim die ne nyansa beboa mo se de be ya black no so ye be nya sa revolution e bi se e ha adwen pa yi e ha yen na minimpe nyame be hira mo me ka se etua nyame ka mo ho amen
nyame ka wonso wo ho 0244173118. Hello, good evening.
Evening, Captain Michao.
Major Sododo.
Captain, I'm Fanko Asante Mampong. We'll be on the floor, Benim. Our Hotamua, our horses here. Muno, toilet nim.
Ah,
Oko Khan, MP, any MC,
Adabi, tie. Aso we na bredo. Krona e wa Asante Mampong ya yi no. Benim krona esi wono mu didi mu nya ba bi ni.
Asante Mampong kra ye fro ho Benim. Public toilet even ni. Eno nanten.
Ah.
Entu a wo ta wo ko wa wo da ko temi pa wo krona. Entu a wo Captain baby a obu chakwan kopa de pay cotton school be no are ho na awra wo se ma woni se on se wo pebre mu a e ya ne nsuo bi are ukwa amount for the second and the FM abula e no ma soli fu kakra no de agupan mu aso ade abafie okoka MP MC ni no ho no wo
hey.
What dear, Panessa, someone meeting. Panessa, someone meeting, and draw. And to what one say I'm up to see. And let's see how a monthman nipa. Maybe for her, the past cost every by any player of a woman, no, sure.
Hey,
Papa, and you must be probably someone so that you have out of hope. But politicians near the political show. If you can't think that all for no, now say, yeah, you MP, you know, or will be a pass. Let's see the class of cats, you know, I ever watched
because I said that issue matter. And when assassin running the Sudan Assembly court, no. Hello.
Say your city council cast V8, you know.
Ah, me say,
yeah, that's what I know.
Debio, Mamentia say, Sa case in assassin running the Sudan Assembly court, court to see a message assembly in Yaman Cotono.
If I try one,
okay.
I mean, no one can say. The air cost war as a woman for Robin.
Yeah, funny part from a cassette, the chairman here, I can some crew in the grab befu. Hello, good evening.
Yeah, fine again. We catch your Captain Smash you in here.
Ebushane.
Hello?
Patrol ye or Hiniba?
Yeah, me person make magic a crow.
Tre.
Oh, okay. My dream change now, say, that's a free family man, I say, Takradi.
Takradi, okay.
My dream change now, say, near airport for my, you know. I think that is the time I see my MPs, no. If we say this air gracious, no, you know, I fetty papa, because every 4 years, Biano, say, if MP Bian A and 34, 400,000 CBA, 4 billion. Multiplied by 275 for every 4 years. Most of you must see a niska man. Moko babo sia some of the project. I don't be there no project name ma. No more this cano. Takra de last year ever to abandon no. A coup father in the campaign who said was it Takra de market circle a offender. I'm on command where about one I found Paga Ajay. Interchange, you know, what you must 70%. Master Meno Casano. First, pick us a crump and Fabi more for. Pick us a cry and Fabi more for. I don't know much else. Oh, me, careful. Now, your story will be intimate.
I say, careful, dear. Oh, my imagine someone. You're for the very last call, and I feel, hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Ebusham Patrick to say.
Hello, Captain.
Yes, sir.
And I'm back on what to say, make us free Canada.
Canada. I think I'm and then
Muma yet bread to my yet 100 times. Now, as someone more can ye and debt. But Nanka be a yes round pass and Kawuta will be a done. Kwame Afrifa, I can send you know, Capain very much. I don't find very man and so. Kawaba Nanka man at times, I manage to Mamma Yen. Medawasi. Mamin Kakaka, Africa on him. You wanted the argument, Agrose. Yampelling wanted the argument, Agrose. Unya Kunyana now for Kabia. Who bet me after or bet me, you bet not too easy because they be America. Oh, Africa now did 30 years. And so be careful when you're 90 years. Me, my court, my 2 kind of sorry to say. Me call Libya. My whole country, my minister to Libya. Libya, time and Gaddafi, so the whole Africa, then your president to be your father. Or Kata on Tibro for the all kind Arabic. And Tiampanin for Nisia, no money Kasa, or Pan Arabic. Said the year Libya for no better at some more for kind you be. Because of a certain name or Mutibi. Check Africa, you will need free beer, with free Krobia for horse more landing, or Doma Aquam. Me the tennis union. Your ministers for no. I let your one so length one quadrumano. Or ban was so be it no wow. Can I give you up in chain on uncle? Only thing chain ye. Why necessarily yet? I brought to me the asking where I will pass for my cap. I won't
say you over. Most of you was 700 WhatsApp missed calls. Almost 800 WhatsApp missed calls. Yes, someone, we'll try to. Hello, good evening.
Hello, Captain. Good evening.
Good evening.
Me Isaac because we are Western Dog.
But I say.
But so never be also Ghana and say people no credit there. I referee mu. Upon say na now do they guarantee that to buy say obia stop adwuma obia break adwuma. Chrome dia e prayer session melewa. Omo ha mo ye adwuma. Ama chrome mabu no yesi ye ntiase say omo ye adwuma wa bla na do de mlaba. Nibo 19 no. Forest ya Kruno ado ye plantation ye duanua over 100 acres. Obi afu ti ode dakopa abi nua bani na progo ye galamsey e wa ha.
Can you imagine?
Ana 3 days and Kumabu ni na ye frame station Angel FM. Amo ba ha be fa lab coverage wa say. Ye call site hono yan say bibia ya amfo nsan komohwe nemu ye presentation. Mine no wa for body guide for mortgage to do no the two ehunu na. Enti ye de mabu ni na call site one de media for ni gram no ko twa kakra fine. Enne ye ukumi hanom mine say adi ntina ko mabu no abademo e won site ho nti. Obema police wa bechi ha nante makoma ko 3 akogum. Ana ye say ye ntiase na ye call ye MC wo say MC de koso nyina oya ya bo amane unu de koso nti MC mebu na ya che wo mo yes do de anim na ka bi mai ni nya wo mo ni mlam say obi ye demo
wo de number ya wo free ya pon na wa free na wa my story ni ye ti
my first number ye mi Facebook free ewe ka bibia kire guy ba ko ho
okay nti ya be free
Mate.
You for the next person. You for last person if you go. You for the last person
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Ebacho, within the Emmanuel.
Imam Dasi.
Ebacho, because I'm free to Chimay.
Techmai, you.
Captain Basami Cassie, the makers in Yamin Shiramo. The way University of Ghana. May a Greek, and we are my day say, no caught into a Greek Malako yet, may a portrait farm. May Kabi be up and left portrait farm a beer beside me, the portrait farm industry in ego. All because the big point you cushion a problem. And Kakusianke, the course secondary school and care, yet the most school for no money. Almost governments, one of the means is aquatic contract free China. I'll produce one marker. If you could share, you the core farms, no, you the core schools, you GP, the portrait from beer from none war work is 7, number pump career. Because it means me can you go so. Opa prefer portrait from a Nibian Bissanaway. The portrait from a piano, let you go. Because a penny will be did you go yama be a management. They are killing our business. New school man, family bed and could trouble some page mouth. We have a partner in my bush and bomber. But because of greediness, among phone, a kuma be my juma. This like a me coming to me fat, ye, beautifully being come in a yajumano. But because it will be person community. Ne Jumanigo, yet supported farmers for her. Ne business not collapse. Madame say, Namoya Yamishram.
So, young for phobia bium. Na Mema Katakyie finally. Senior.
Kwame Nkrumah can say revolutions are brought about by men. By men who think as men of action and act as men of thought. Now, Adia, we are not calling for Sebio, Obia, Nkutua Baby.
Debbie.
The Ayan see a person who Ghanaian youth to know who say Sebio, Otua Bama Obi. Now, would you seek a can who as taxes? Ogoka was a Muntia taxes, Kawanutu. That is where leadership fails. Muntia taxes are men, I mean, go review taxes in Emrawana. You are supposed to lead the people. Hold the bull by the horn. So, but who ways and means I get taxes in the year and the year Juma. And so, to me, you taxes in the year, it means you have no business being a leader. Secondly, say, Omu lead here. Omu nye favor by leading us. Or your bow home, on your favor. Debbie, Sabi, we've not asked anybody, say, Branian Twabama on December 7th, Nebra Ebelidi. Yan Suma will be a. What now, so bet to me a lead you or minor Mayan and Puntio Abem. Eti na obabe lidi ye. Now in any case, Oko America, ya kwaya no so ba abaso. For me, you to nensha CME or money. MPP and NDC from 1992, we've had very usual leadership. When I talk about usual leadership, the same Wachibidi, the same Sapete Kwai, the same Gatanu Susana ya Tubola Gumuno, the same Yentimin Sovi Accra drainage system, the same Kumasi Yefino. That is too usual. You see, Nana Kwakufu, the President of the Republic, make Afrifa MTA. May ye campaign man vigorously in 2016. Not because I was born MPP. Yes, me friend MPP, hey. Kawanutum. Ghana have a free MPP and NDC womb. And we are who we are, not because of anything, but because of where we come from and how we've been brought up. And we MPP are Kosuya MPP. We NDC are Kosuya NDC. Exactly. They won't kanokura in the interest of this country. Now ye per se ye an unusual leadership. Not coming to flatter people. Why want to say no kureni nearby one can't because of per se a trouble minimum the next 4 years. I think we need to move away from this kind of synthetic leadership given us from 1992. Other than that, I am warning my people. Jackie John Rose once said that when there is nothing left for the poor to feed, they will feed on the rich. Baby, our mind kika kon ehu. Embrantia ne maba wani bufu. Etimumi ansha siense sano. Yewie kura no. MPP has missed a great opportunity to engage the youth of this country. And kata Embrantia ne maba wani starting to fix the country no. The best response is that you call the youth and say, wait, I said the same thing here. You pesi ene mubu mai no. Ya hunu say now why you interested. Now my jaisa bin sem hunu no ada bia mudi agrada na obofo ne wo mo yiyi o moto mo ehyabu adum mo jai wo machiridie afa move focusing on development of the nation, and for that matter the time has come for us to engage you. Mombra momachre, how best do you think that we can serve you? And so there be enye die hunu ni enam said the African leader is so opulent, so disrespectful, feel so proud to say as we the people favor no. Yeah, catch us fix the country. Oh, catch us say we should fix our attitude. Oh no, my catcher, you see, yama leadership who say leadership is service. Mutimi hiri me gina yakonso. Mo buy some mobile be sum ya mo betie manfo no na ma ye de manfo ne pe. You cannot continue to do things the way you are. Yet to me the same thing over and expect different results. Midi do Okatakyie Afrifa Mensah Santiago na yokohine enemy. I bear the spirit of our forebears, from Kenneth Kaunda to Muammar al-Gaddafi, from Muammar al-Gaddafi to Madibo Keita, from Jomo Kenyatta to Kwame Nkrumah to Mensah Saba. I bear the spirit of our forebears. Yensurowe, the Captain Smart Yensurowe. Yeboa are conscientizing the youth. When we are done, Yebeja Mwanamwaka said, decide who becomes the leader of the country.
I was saying, my young Fawunsia, but I send back open and make catcher. We are bebuna de bia me catch so we are bema we nya sika mfa hwe mato fa sika ne bi sie na da ye be suspend wo no wan ko jino bi fie echi anko bopnum se wo hia sika
suspension ajepa o
menu ya Okatakyie ote hei edwun a wo mu no jai ye na radio ya bi o wa jai so nya sika na o de goro mato a anka bebe wadru nko ndru ya pesa oti asensa sa so ya baya na wo krum ha wunya sika mfa no aduane ma mema ni
sie bi on
because wudi anu aduane am obi wo twoko bachona wudi bi akotantra wasoa bi ko islego wudi bi ko ba bia bema obi anwa be 24 bi abrum kaswa traffic wudi mu di aduane ko kaswa koma bema di
we ya say market no
so we sika ni bi sie
Ogro ezo ya say market no.
Na da mbeburu no ye be sore no. Yen ye betimi agigi ye sika ye oman ye. I was telling you something about the American Revolution. American mbebunu no na sore ye. Obi kuta 50 cents, obi kuta $1, obi kuta $2, obi kuta say they put it together. Do you know where it went? It went to the Mississippi International Bridge. It was the American youth.
Yeah, on my home, we shall board them to a few odono for. Sir,
Jimmy, sir, young Jai, sir, dear no. Na mbebunu yes, sorry, just say a cosay, a dear. Yen sorry, copra obi. Ada, yes, ye cross street in the Sono Yanam Sunya. Boko. Maybe I drew no. I don't tell your mind.
Any police for you.
Oh, any police for the soldier for no one for and Bruta. Anyway, in an echo. But Mensah Sanka a soldier for na more Flagstaff House now, more that call Galamsey site no munya yo. Macau.
Omko.
Adam me share munjayo. Your Excellency, I said in Kamebeka. But and maybe I'll pretty be a gumasum. Say why instruct Adjoa Safwa say let her now watch Rono on Sandano. Say Adjoa Safu. Say we ye carriage Kwashiga. The year now share school feeding so no apamno coordinator because you identify obi as so you busuani so you adamfo so no kwatena honko ye adwo obi ono aye bi obi meyebi. Your Excellency what director say letter no on revoking in terms of non sanction for na ma me nko ye adwuma se ma me na disika de anka ompam no wa ye bibi an ya anka ompam no but onye hwe no boy adwuma ne koso na ye say onko keke because obi person obi kwose obi I mean why. But thank you, Mr. President. So don't see from us as no buy a share. You want to get a friend do no murunkum kata also. On fan the conclusion and catabo, which don't find the jadin chow who shall on butu so anadri, not on show so you on my one na and you would day. I'm a china at the Youth Forum. If you had every Friday piano the National Youth Forum. It's a way a bebuna number is 0244 173118 to bet me a friend of back counting. Na yenko nyame nka ho nyame ya adoma e kire nso ye betimi asan ahia bio share nso uko Facebook Smart TV Ghana na wa like page no na fe wa subscribe Instagram the Twitter ni YouTube ni na no Smart TV Ghana and Captain Smart official Bomoni na ko subscribe ni nyina. Na fa yen so jane say to. E kina no pa wo sori ade adi kan ye ne say youth bia wo social media handle bia kwakwacho ho. Fix the country. I stand for Ghana. Fix the country. I stand for Ghana. Trosa yen me enjai sa de na ye tro no. Say Nigeria fast atisua. Hashtag fix the country. Hashtag I stand for Ghana. Me pon ya me de sese ya. Won so ya wo de. Ni ensan to so as fix the country jano. E ya ba fom. Won bua won dada ye. Yen san so sa jana abrantia or starting sa fix the country no. Ya reporting the social media handles no. E me ya block no. Wa hu ye mpani fo no won su no won man. Eti me yen so ye nja. Ende won ba block ye nyina ye social media handles. Yes, show Independence Square. You be show Independence Square. Now also I na YouTube ne Twitter for me block here. It's a china wo sorry ya. We better start here Nigeria. Hashtag fix the country. Hashtag I stand for Ghana. My name is Captain Smart. If you see Rollins, it is me. If you see J. Kufuor, that is me. If you see Osaje for Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, that is us. You meet us one day.